I'm working on a theme song. Chill.
Hey guys, so I know that I said the last time I did a movie review that the next one I'm going to be checking out is Expendables 2. That is true, but I don't foresee this happening until sometime maybe into the weekend. So expect that video maybe, I don't know, later tonight or Saturday, Monday, whatever. Gonna go see it with my dad, I guess. My mom's not going because she's a woman. But I did see a movie now. A lot of you know that I'm in my 5th year programming Wichita's Tallgrass Film Festival. It's an international film festival. We get stuff from all over the land. I watch like 300 independent films a year, and I usually can't say a lick about them. But this last weekend, we saw one I think you guys are going to be interested in, and someone didn't put it into the computer system, so I couldn't write a little write-up comment about it. And therefore, I think it's fair game for me to say something about it. It's called V/H/S. VHS. And it sucks donkey balls. Okay, so here's the thing. You get a movie that's, it's doing the found footage thing, you know, because everybody's got to do that now. A little indie horror film, okay? These punks have to go break into this house and retrieve a VHS tape. In the process of doing this, they like to record all their mayhem. I think it probably takes place in like 98 or 99. You can see that there's a little bit of time code at the bottom of the screen on occasion. These punks go in, and there's this old guy, and he's dead. And they're like, oh man, well, we better sit here and watch these videos because we have to find the right one. They said, the guy told us we know which one to take, right? And you're thinking, okay, this is really stupid. The first video they watch is, and here's part of the problem with the whole movie, okay? The protagonist of each of these little vignettes is a complete douche. You hate them, and you're kind of happy when bad things happen to them because people are so obnoxious and immature, and that's why it can't work when they're all like this. The dialogue is just some F-bombs and, oh shit, we gotta get out of here. Did you see that? Did you see that, man? Damn, we gotta get out of here, man. That's the dialogue, okay? I don't think anybody actually wrote it. At the end, there's actually storyboard credits, but I digress. The first video is these guys build, or they receive, they couldn't build shit. They've got these glasses with a lens in the middle so you can do a little bit of spy videography. And they're going to go pick up some girls and film their little sex tape. And during this, it's like, hey, what are you recording this tape on? And it's like filming over this guy's sex tape. And you're like, oh, okay, VHS tapes don't actually work that way because you'd have to like purposely stop it at that point and then fast forward a couple seconds to show that scene and so on. It's breaking the meta threshold here and really exposing itself, tearing down the fourth wall of common sense. So they go and do this. Guy comes up to this girl in the bar and she's creepy. She's got big eyes and she's like, I like you. And he's like, yeah, you're cool. Why don't we go back to get a place and bring your friend or what? She's acting like a crazy cat bitch. And they take her back, strip her down, and this is a recurring theme here because the actress, here's how they pitch this movie. Hey, we're looking for some girls to get naked for the next Cloverfield. Oh, okay, sure, I'll do that because I'm stupid. So once she's naked, she starts feasting on this guy. She's like some kind of vampire. She's like tearing into this dude, and then you got this naked guy, and they got the glasses. They run into the bathroom, and then they run out, and they're getting attacked by her. Guy runs down the stairs, trips over himself because he's stupid, and she crawls up to him and is like, I like you. And he's like, no, I mean, I'm not blowing you here. This is how this movie's written. He runs off some more, and then boom, gets seemingly lifted up into the air and taken off, like she became a giant bat. That's the first bit. And there's this guy mesmerized by what he's seeing on this VHS tape. He goes to, I don't know if it's the next one or just a continuation of it, but he gets to this next story where there's this couple, and this was actually the best of the group. It started off kind of slow, this one here, but it's from Ty West, who I've told his movie House of the Devil. I've heard from Red Letter Media, and also one of the other guys at the film festival had said that it was good stuff. So I'm going to check that out sometime. This one, this couple's going across the country, whatever. They're going to like the little small places in Arizona or New Mexico, whatever. And for the most part, it's the girl filming this. And she's like, yeah, we're just doing a little trip, la la la, whatever. And she gets this little fortune machine, and it says, an old acquaintance is going to make your day, or some crap. And they're having a decent time, talking about what they're going to do, and they go sleep at night. And then all of a sudden you see the video camera turn on, and it's looking at them. And you're like, oh, someone's broke into their motel. Wow. And the weird setup on this was that they said there's this strange girl walking around outside wanting a ride. And you're thinking, oh, it's the vampire girl. Maybe this all ties together. So you're thinking maybe she broke in and videotaped them, whatever. Well, the next night they're about to go sleep and stuff, and the guy's like, yeah, you know what? I think we're going to stop by Vegas. That's my lucky day. Well, they go sleep, and this video camera comes back on. And now the focus point of view shot is all going at this guy. And then he gets stabbed in the neck, like jugular, and you're like, whoa. It was fairly graphic looking. And then you're kind of wondering what's going to happen to the girl. She's in on it. This was like her lover killed her fake lover, the guy she's posing with here, and they ran off and took his money and stuff. That was the best video of the group. I'm not kidding you there. Then we get to another one. This one, really damn stupid. It was like a ripoff of Predator. These kids go camping, and they're in the woods, and this girl's like, yeah, there's murders over here. You're going to die here. And they're like, whoa, why are you telling us that? And then there's this weird video edit zombie killer thing. Like Predator, the Predator effect, only digitally disrupted in some way. It looks cool because the special effects had a big role in this movie. They made the special effects look realistic from the point of view of being shot on home video, especially in the 90s. Most of the time it looks pretty good. I'll get to the points where it doesn't. It looks a little too clean later. But it's a creepy looking effect, but it's not scary, and the story's stupid. She went and used her friends as bait, tells them this, so she can capture this killer in the woods. She gets the predator, captures it, and it turns out there's a bunch of predators around, and you're thinking, this is stupid. If you made it away from the first attack, why don't you just flee? I don't go and flee a serial killer and be like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to get my damn friends killed killing that serial killer bitch. That's not the way it works. We go back to the punks slashing up this house. The zombie guy, oh, did I call him zombie? Oops. The old dead guy's gone. They don't know where he is. These people are missing in this house. And then it turns out that the lead punk, the one who has a real temper problem, is running around, and this old guy is like some zombie. And he follows him. Guy runs down the stairs, trips over himself, and gets eaten by the zombie. And right now you're thinking, okay, we've tied this up. This has seemingly gone on long enough. I get the point. Okay, hold on. Did I forget? Oh, you know what? Yeah. Okay, so we killed the framing device here by killing off these punks. But I think before that we actually had another little vignette. And this one, it really takes you out of the movie here. The suspension of disbelief on this one is nuts. This guy is talking to his girlfriend on Skype, essentially. And I kind of liked how the mouse was in the middle of the screen. Like, a lot of people don't move that, and it ends up in the screen when they're doing things. You may know what I'm talking about. That was kind of cool. But how do you get this on VHS? this was a digital file and you went and put it on VHS, there was Skype in 1998, I don't know. He's talking to her and she's like, yeah, there's weird things going on. I think there's ghosts around here. Why don't you take a look? And he's like, oh my God, what is that? Oh, can you flash your boobs for me? Yeah, that's nice. A recurring theme, I said. So we've got that going on. And then she comes back the next day and she's digging into her freaking arm. Like, oh, there's something in there. It turns out that there's like a tracking device in there. That he's working with some aliens maybe. And they're impregnating her and he's actually nearby pretending he's in another state. Comes in at night and takes eggs out of her. I mean, like baby aliens or some crap. It was just kind of stupid, to be honest. And it's going for a lot of the boo scares, like, oh my God, I can't. Oh, it looks so real. Yeah, sure, it's a ghost kind of stuff. Paranormal Activity with a bunch of crazy handheld action. Okay, so anyways, they killed the framing device after this one. The movie's going on for like over an hour and a half. We get another effing video of some dudes going to a party, going, yeah, dude, we're going to get so drunk, blah. They go to the wrong place, or maybe they go to the right place. They go upstairs, they're looking for the party, and there's some guys conducting some kind of exorcism. They're seeing this, and these dudes are getting hauled off, lifted up into the air, thrown around like rag dolls. I don't know where they're going. They're like air into the attic. They didn't look outside, but whatever. Anyways, these punk kids are like, man, we gotta free this girl. I'm thinking if these things are happening to these guys, their plan to do whatever to the girl was probably the right move. Anyways, they run off with the girl and all of a sudden objects are floating. There's things going all over the place. There's hands coming through the walls and the house is like shutting in on them. The house closing up. The hands through the walls okay. The objects lifting looked a little 10 years ago. Well, they're running around. They go into the basement. Somehow they get out of there through like a tornado shelter. Hop into the car. And the girl's going nuts. And she like disappears. And she's like attacking them. They run off and they end up in the middle of the train track. And they get crushed by an oncoming train. So, good timing. And where the hell did you get the videotape? You're saying this VHS tape survived? And I'll have you know that I don't think anything except the punks, the framing device, was actually shot on a VHS camera. All this other stuff is like high 8s or whatever. I mean, it was other formats that you'd have to then put on a VHS tape. And I'm sorry, it just does not make a lick of sense. 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, my ass. Rotten Tomatoes is a bunch of smug, hypocrite assholes who somehow landed a newspaper job and want to keep it by giving anything that seems unique. And yeah, unique, it's not that tough to be unique that you have to give everything unique a good grade. But they want to make sure that they're indie friendly, so they have to give this stuff high points. They give so many high marks to so much stuff that they shouldn't. It's to keep their jobs. They want to keep getting the movies in advance, so they keep giving them good grades. That's all I gotta say there.